What is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the playoff set in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM and just going over these base cards. You know, whether you are wanting collector level, some of these budget ballers, a guy like Sabonis that I think is 7'1", whereas his past cards are 6'11", Cat 7 foot, Giannis 7 foot. Just talking about some of those things, as well as some of, you know, maybe the budget beasts that could be really good if they do get an Evo. If you are looking for the new Evo updates, that's going to be in a separate video, so make sure to go check that one out as well. If you're wondering why this video didn't come out yesterday, I was actually really busy yesterday, so had to, you know, record it as soon as possible, which was today. So first thing I will say is if you are grinding collector level, this makes it a little bit more attainable. Now, with that being said, there's not a ton of playoff cards up right now. So even with some of the rubies, some cards like that, they're 8,000-9,000 MT. So, you know, a guy like Brook Lopez on Xbox doesn't even have any of him up. So a lot of these cards are pretty expensive. So that's just something to keep in the back of your guys' minds and think about as we do go through this. So, you know, McLaughlin, not good. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 6'5", 6'9" wingspan. I don't know what his release is like, but, you know, 6'5" point guard could be something to obviously look at. Again, I'm going to go through a lot of these quickly and just talk about Anthony Lamb, Landry Shamet, Josh Kogi, nothing really there. Torrey Craig, Vlado Konchar, you know, nothing really exciting through there. Again, Bruce Brown, what is he, 6'4" point guard? Again, I don't know what that release is like, but could be something if he does get an Evo, which I definitely could see a Bruce Brown Evo at some point. Could be really solid. Malik Beasley, obviously nothing there. Quickly, nothing too crazy throughout here. I do like the fact that they gave these. I personally wish we could grind for them, and it would have been some type of a grind. Maybe 2K has that in store. But at least we saw 7 Evos on day one. I think that's a really good start. Luke Cornett, center, 7'2". I mean, I know he only has 58 speed, but if this card did get an Evo, look out for him. Release could get updated to maybe normal or even quick. Could give him some speed and make him really solid in general. But as we keep going through it, Myers Leonard, Lamar Stevens, nothing really there that does excite me. Jalen McDaniels, 6'9" at the 3. Again, this card's probably not going to be too great, but if you would get an Evo, could be something special in the future for Jalen McDaniels. Just kind of that 3-and-D type of hybrid that, you know, we all know I love. Obviously, Kyle Anderson release is really slow. DiVincenzo, I guess, at the point guard position, 6'4", could be really solid. Another guy that's probably going to need an Evo for him to make that next step, but could be pretty solid in a general. And as we, you know, continue on through this, a lot of these cards are just going to be mid, you know, not really too exciting. Zaire Williams, a really good release, 6'9", 6'10" wingspan. I would look for Zaire Williams too, if he does get an update, be a really solid budget shooting guard small forward in my team, because again, his release is absolutely knocked down. As we continue on, Luke Kennard's got a good release, but again, he is just that little bit small. John Conchar is a decent release, a little bit small. Jalen Johnson, our first Jalen Johnson card in a while, looks pretty solid, especially again, if he does get an Evo, could be pretty decent because, I mean, obviously his player model is going to be solid enough. Terrence Mann, 6'5" point guard, could be solid, obviously, with that player build. Again, probably going to need an Evo for a lot of these cards for them to be that next level good, but I do indeed like highlighting them. So we keep going through here. I mean, a lot of these cards are just going to be very mid. Like Reggie Jackson, a small point guard. You know, Cam Johnson doesn't really get my attention as we continue on here. A lot of these cards are pretty mid, right? We'll go through them as we get, you know, higher and higher. But a lot of these cards, like, they're cool that they got a card, but, I mean, they're not really that great. Jalen Brunson got an Evo, but he's not going to be that great. Covington, obviously, you guys know I love Rocco. If he has a big game, expect him to be absolutely incredible because he's probably going to get MJ dribble style, probably going to get that release even faster. Going to be an absolutely incredible budget baller is that Diamond Rocco. If he does indeed get that Evo, he's already really solid, but again, could take that next step. Kuminga release is a little bit slow. Rui Hachimura, 6'8", really good release. Again, if he gets that on quick with MJ dribble style, could be a really solid small forward, power forward in my team for you guys. Again, almost through the diamonds as we continue moving forward. Iggy, power forward center, kind of is troll on the card, but other than that, could be solid. Supposedly Harrison Barnes has a good release in my team. Claxton, obviously, we know and love the diamond. Nicholas Claxton, who is good. This Claxton, basically the same. But if he gets an Evo, could be even that little bit better. To help us out, let's make sure this Claxton can shoot. Yeah, 85 3-ball again. Could just be that little bit better. One thing to note with these cards, a lot of them are copy and paste of cards that are already in the game. Again, you know, that's just something to kind of think about for HB. Card's not great at all, but again, if he does get an Evo, could be solid enough in my team. Now on to it, the pink diamonds. Obviously, you know, it's crazy. Like, I feel like they did these random. Damian Lillard gets a pink diamond, which is kind of crazy to think about, but it is what it is. None of these pink diamonds really get my attention too much, you know. Obviously, you guys know I love the old pink diamond, Rudy Gobert. If he gets an Evo, you guys can call me troll, but I'm telling you, with his player model, he can compete with nearly anybody in my team. But again, keeping looking at the pink diamonds here, got a pink diamond TP. If he gets an Evo, you guys know I love his release. And again, this is some Timberwolf bias, but it's just what I know, right? If I know somebody has a good release, again, something to think about. Pink diamond Mo Bamba could be a really solid budget option in there. You know, Obi Toppin, I wish he had small forward eligibility. Probably is not going to be too great. Again, a lot of these pink diamond DeAndre Hunter, pink diamond RJ Barrett, probably going to be the same as their other pink diamond. Wish Jetty could play the two, but it is what it is. Tobias Harris already got an Evo, so check out the other video to see how good he is. But then when you get to the Opals, this is what I really want to showcase. They made Galaxy Opal Domantas Sabonis 7-1, and he's pretty solid. So, I mean, a lot of people aren't going to necessarily look at Domantas Sabonis and be like, wow, this card is absolutely incredible. But what I would say is this, at 7-1, if you can find a way to get this card for cheap, if he does get an Evo, which it's Sabonis, I'd be surprised if sometime throughout the playoffs he doesn't. I mean, he could be really good because 7-1, you can't sleep on that. Very, very good player model, wide player model in general. Again, even this Galaxy Opal Al Horford, I'm really intrigued in because I know his release is good. Hall of Fame range, going to play great defense. And all he needs, he's already got Al on very quick, so they can't really touch his SIGs anymore. This card is absolutely incredible. I mean, again, nobody's going to really be talking about Galaxy Opal Al Horford, but the card is incredible at that power forward position as long as you don't have to pay too much for him. They made this cat 7 feet tall instead of this one, which is 6'11", and the rest of the card is basically the same. So, obviously, for Karl Anthony Towns, it's going to be a more expensive card. You look at Cat right now, he's over 100K. But again, if he does get an Evo, something to look at. Anthony Edwards, only 6'5". Obviously, I'm not super stoked about Anthony Edwards in my team. Steph, Poole, Aaron Gordon could be solid. But for Aaron Gordon, again, it's his release. Really does hurt the card. Jokic, again, all it comes down to that release. Fox already got an update. Bam is going to be okay. Got Galaxy Opal Russell Westbrook, another guy. If he got an Evo, could be really solid. Ja Morant, a cool card. Mobley, basically the same as the Galaxy Opal we already do have. And then Joel Embiid. Then to the Dark Matters. Okay, KD, basically the same as his hero card. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. And again, if KD does get an Evo, the only SIG they might change is his leaner, right? And if he got the normal leaner, would probably make him even better. Now, obviously, Kevin Durant is crazy expensive, one of the most expensive cards in the entire game. But again, if he did see an Evo, it would be really solid. D-Book, basically the same as his Dark Matter, which, again, is absolutely incredible. As far as what they could change with him, again, just making the stats badges that little bit better. Big Bron, Korver base on quick, it's what he has. If he does get an update, I wouldn't be surprised if they did make the Kyle Korver base on very quick. AD, really solid in general, same as the other card. Dark Matter Hero, same as the level 40 card, again, with an update would be solid. Jimmy Butler, this one can only play the shooting guard position, so you guys might be like turned off by that, but the card is still really solid in general, even though he can only play the two. I wouldn't think too much into it because Jimmy Butler is still really good. Kawhi, basically the same as the Kawhi we have just seen. Absolutely incredible option there. And then obviously with the Dark Matter, Giannis Antetokounmpo, which for Giannis, again, Giannis based on quick. Could potentially see that going very quick, obviously in the right situation, but another really just solid option in general. So in general, guys, all these cards are pretty solid. And again, they all have potentials to see Evos. And in the Evos we saw today, they touched SIGs and stuff like that. So, you know, if you like a release and it's only on quick, it's probably going to go on very quick. And again, the height thing is the biggest thing. So for Giannis, again, he's 7 feet tall. The other Giannis is only 6'11". So Giannis at that small forward position, some might argue is the best small forward in the entire game. And I would be one. I'm not going to argue against that, but he is 700,000 MT. And so that is something that makes you a little bit worried. But he's probably going to get some upgrades as well, which is going to be an absolute just incredible thing. A 7-foot small forward that's due to get upgrades, just incredible. So in general, a lot to like here with the NBA playoff set. Again, choose whichever cards you like. These cards are going to be available in packs, so they're probably going to become more common as the playoffs do go on as well. That's gonna wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully each and every you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.